And then now we're getting to some Saturday college football. This show's almost about over. We broke down some Turkey Day college basketball already. We're just breaking down some look aheads here in college football, Ron. This next game, though, is a barn burner for sure. Ohio State, Michigan. I see 9.5 here. Ohio State's having a lay there in Ann Arbor. I'll be short and sweet. I like Michigan here plus the points. I just can't get here laying with this freshman quarter. We got two freshman quarterbacks, really. What do you call it? Julian Sayin here, and obviously the kid Underwood out of Michigan. I think Underwood can do enough to keep this one close. Another possible defensive type game here, a low total, again, 43.5. What do you like in this one, Ron?
I mean, even when we saw last year them go in the national championship, win that thing, they still lost to Michigan, and that was kind of a springboard to get them going into it. But, man, that's like a house of horrors for – actually, Michigan's been a house of horrors for Ohio State. But, yeah, I think it's too many points at the big house. I got to take the Wolverines here. I think it's going to be a lot. I do think Ohio State wins it, though. I think it's maybe a 4 or 5 point game somewhere around there. But
right. You got a 23.
Something crazy will happen where they going for a 2-point conversion. It'll be a weird number. Yeah.
What 23-20 type game maybe?
Yeah,
22-20.
Yeah, 26-20, something like that. Even maybe an overtime game. I just don't think 2 possessions. And like I said, that trend fits Ohio State on the road. You don't want to lay it with a undefeated team on the road in November. You just don't do it. So
and a freshman quarterback.
That's true. Well,
so, yeah, I like that as well here with Michigan plus the 9.5, plus 10 if you want to buy the half point. Obviously, you need to line shop. Check out these comments real quick.
All right.
Just relax, Mr. Auburn. Michigan win outright. That's obviously from Mr. Whiskers there.
Definitely.
Yeah. Mr. Auburn. Oh, that's what he calls you. Hey, Auburn has been cashing us out in college basketball. That's all I know. They got it done against Oregon. That was one.
Yeah, I had them tonight against St. John. So yeah.
Yeah, that was another one there. So there you go. But okay, on to this next one here, college football. Miami Hurricanes at Pitt here, laying 6.5 points, total 49.5. This one, you could look Miami's way for sure. That is, as far as side, that's probably where I'd be looking. But I think a safer bet is actually going over 49.5. This freshman quarterback here for Pitt, Heinschul or wherever, has put up some numbers this year. I'm expecting a good performance out of Beck. He can be hit or miss sometimes. He can have a 4-interception clunker, or he can go out and throw 4 touchdowns. But I think we see some points in this one. I'll take the over 49.5 in Miami Pitt. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with that. Pitt's coming off that upset Georgia Tech there. They should be a letdown spot. I think Miami takes it over here. There's still so many scenarios with Virginia and everybody trying to get that ACC championship, and we'll see what happens with Miami. But I think Miami gets it done on the road. Pitt.
I like it. He's on Miami. I like Miami as well. Like the over as well in that one. Now we're on to Oregon and Washington. This one minus 6.5 for Oregon. A little bit of a high total if you ask me at 51.5. I still like Oregon here, minus 6.5. I like what the makeup of this team is against a team like Washington here. Again, not really in love with either quarterback, if I'm being honest. Dante Moore hasn't really impressed me that much this year. But I think talent for talent, I'll take Oregon's roster over Washington. And obviously, a lot still to play for Oregon. I'm laying the 6.5 here. What about you?
I like that under. You look at Oregon playing USC last week, and USC doesn't have a defense. We know that. We are seeing a defense now, and with Washington, it's really a tough place to play there. I mean, Oregon is the better team. I'm not gonna get any way around that. But Washington can give them hell, and could here. But definitely a lower scoring game. I'll take the under.
Take the under one or under 51.5. I like that as well. And yes, I do lean Oregon in that matchup. All right, next one here, another barn burner. A great weekend of football we got. Vanderbilt at Tennessee in Neyland Stadium here. Pavia versus Aguilar. Exciting quarterback matchup as well. I'm on the dog here. I like Vanderbilt plus the 3.5. I think in a big-time game like this, I think Pavia has the more experience in these type matchups. I know Aguilar's at home, so, it should be a little bit easier for him. but I just can't trust Aguilar in this spot. I like Vanderbilt here plus the 3.5, if not outright. What do you like here in this one?
Yeah, I mean, you can't go against Vanderbilt. What they've done all season, everybody said, "Oh, they're a fraud. They're a fraud." My Auburn Tigers went in there, lost in overtime. We should have won that game. The Texas thing, I had Texas, and for some reason they gave that 2-point conversion to Vandy in that one, and it pushing in that game. But I got to disagree. I mean, I think it's a tough place. Neyland Stadium's a tough place to play. And the history between them, they always play very tight between the two. So I'm going to have to lean with the Vols. But, yeah, 3.5, I don't like that hook. I don't know what the money line is, probably 170 or so. But, yeah, I'm just going to have to lean to Tennessee. I think Tennessee's probably just too much offense for them. Their defense is not going to be able to stop that offense. And you got one of the best offenses in the SEC with Tennessee. I got to go to the Vols.
I will probably say talent and recruiting wise, probably the edge is still to Tennessee. Obviously, still the big boy school in that state. I don't know. I like Vanderbilt. Am I crazy about it? No, but again, the pick for me is Vanderbilt. Not mad at Ron wanting to be on the Vols here. He's talking about maybe getting a -3 if you can, or looking at the money line with the Vols at home here in a big rivalry game. What do you think about this total? To me, 65.5 is I get it. I could see both of these teams getting near the 40s. I think you can only look over in this one as well.
No, I agree. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you there. But the thing about, and like you said, I mean, what kind of helps you out with the Vanderbilt pick? If you look at Vanderbilt, like I said, last year it was 36-23. So we'll see. We'll see what Tennessee at home this time. It's just they cover at home, man. They just love to cover at home. But Vanderbilt is 7-1 on the road as a dog, so I mean, I can see where you're looking at Vandy. But yeah, I think it goes over. That Oklahoma game is kind of an anomaly to me with Tennessee. I thought that should have been more high scoring in that one, but we had a couple turnovers late that got it up there, but. Yeah, definitely. Let's go over in this one.
Absolutely. Yes, this game is spotlighted, Whiskers. Absolutely. Those public games, they can get you, that's for sure. All right, the final game, and then I actually scoot right back up to college basketball just to get some of your takes on the college basketball for tomorrow. But real quick, last college game I'll break down. A little bit of a homer game for me to talk about here. Florida and Florida State, the big rivalry game here. I know Florida hasn't looked good this year, but I'll still go to the Florida Gators plus the 1.5. It sounds crazy, but I'd take DJ Lagway over Thomas Castellanos any day of the week. I do think the Gators defense shows up again in this rivalry spot. Yeah, give me the Gators plus 1.5 here. What do you think in this one?
The Gators at home, you got to go to the Swamp. I know what – I mean, if you look at what Florida State has done on the road this year, it's not good. It really isn't. And we saw it against NC State. The only thing I'm really hesitant about not going against them is that loss to NC State last week. But the Gators, man, they look like crap against Kentucky. And I told my friend, I was like, you know what? They didn't show crap. And they're going to show it all this week. And they sure did. They came to play in the last game. But, yeah, at the Swamp, let's end the season on a high note. You got to take the Gators. At this line, you got to take the Gators. There's no way I'd look any other way.
All right. Well, we're both on the Gators. Hopefully that comes through for us there. I like it. Florida Gators there plus the 1.5 or money line if you want.